Hey guys, welcome back to episode 2 of trying to minimize my TBR.
Hey, it's me.
So today's episode will be trying to finish every series I am currently in the middle of, which is a few. I will put the number on the screen when I count them, if I count them. Starting on a good note, I am currently halfway through Wildcard by Elsie Silver, and this will complete a series. It's actually her newest release, so that's really good. I'm currently on chapter 23, and I'm in loving this book. So far, for my ratings for this series would be Wild Eyes at number 1, Wild Love, Wild Card, and then Wild Side. On average though, I think the series, I counted it, I did it on my calculator and it calculated to a 4.75 average. So I mean, so far this is my favorite Elsie Silver series, and there is another one coming in May, so I do have to get my A into G on these Elsie Silver books. A false start that I also have to read in this video. This is the last one in the Ruby Creek Gold Rush Ranch series. I don't know why I haven't read this. It's on Kindle Unlimited, means I don't have to hold a physical book. Other than, the only reason I can think of is it's not my favorite Elsie Silver series. After I finish them, both of these books, I might even do a recommended reading order or something for the Elsieverse. But yeah, that's the only reason I can think of why I've held this off for so long, because otherwise I enjoy all of her books. Okay, so for this video, other than A False Start and Wildcard, we have Fearful by Lauren Roberts, the last most recent book in the Powerless series. It is a trilogy. I have read the 3 main books, and this is the second novella. In this video, we also have Unravel Me, which is the 3rd book in the Playing for Keeps series, and there is a new release coming out later this year. So I want to try and get into the series quite a bit so I can read that when it comes out. Lost and Lassoed by Lila Sage. This is again the 3rd book in the Rebel Blue Ranch series, and I feel like I'm going to love this one a lot. Practice Makes Perfect by Sarah Adams. This one is the 2nd book in the When in Rome series, and I don't know if the 4th book has come out yet, but I do have the 3rd one. So I have the final book in the Eden series, which is Sable Peak, which follows the youngest brother Mateo, and I think I've only held this off because I love the series so much and I don't want to leave it, but I do need to get to this, so another series can be marked off my TBR. Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. This one is the 4th book in the Hunger Games series. As we all know, it's actually a prequel, and I have no reason for not reading this. I've been enjoying the Hunger Games series so far, so we just have to get to this one. Rebel Witch by Kristen Cicerelli. 2nd book in the Crimson Moth duology, and I think this is gonna be my next read. I have it on Kindle at the moment, and so this will probably be my next read because I really want to read something on my Kindle. That's really what I'm in the mood for right now. The Divine Rivals universe, which is Wild Reverence, which I feel like everyone knows about right now. This is the prequel, I believe, a prequel to the series. It also came with a bookmark, which I just discovered again. They did tell me about it, which is so cute. Super cute. We've got a big chunky TBR for this video. It's not actually that bad. It's not even half the series I have to read, but we got enough for this video. And this video will be running over the span of about 5 weeks because I go to Australia in November. It's currently September, end of September. And I want to try and finish as many as I can because I know I'm coming back with more books. Morning everyone, it is Wednesday currently, the 1st of October, and we finished our first book in this vlog. I know I was meant to vlog me reading this, but I got so into it, and every single time I read it, I didn't think every time I finished reading it, I was like, shit, I should have vlogged that. But anyways, I finished Wildcard last night, literally so late last night. It was 10:40 last night, and I finally finished it, and I gave it 5 stars. I predicted this was gonna be 5 stars from the get-go, and it did not let me down. In my rating though of the entire series, it would be Wild Eyes, Wild Love, Wild Card, and then Wild Side. But yeah, I love this so much. But yeah, now I'm heading off to work, so I won't be vlogging as such, but I will be reading The Rebel Witch on my Kindle. This is the second book in the in Crimson Moth duology, which means I'll be knocking off another series just like I did with Wildcard, being the last one in the Rose Hill series. So far I'm knocked off 2 series. I've got to head off to work now, but I will keep you guys updated on this reading process since we're starting a new book. Okay guys, I am currently reading Rebel Witch, and yet again I forgot to vlog, so we'll just fast through. Obviously reading it on my Kindle. I started reading this on, I think it was Thursday. It's currently Wednesday. Oh no, Tuesday. It's currently Tuesday. And I'm 85% of the way through this. So far, so good. I wasn't enjoying it that much at the beginning. So at the beginning I was just kind of like, I don't really like this. And then it picked up and I was like, ooh. I was thinking it wasn't going to be on par with Crimson Moth, but she's getting up there. So far I'm feeling 4-star vibes. I'm currently on chapter 66, and it's getting so good. Like, I can't believe this is the end of the book, end of the series. It's crazy. Like I just know it's gonna start wrapping up because there's only 15% left of the entire series. But yeah, I just like don't even know how to feel. I'm getting really sad. I'm really attached to Rune and Gideon, really attached to them. I just hope it ends nicely. I also just realised I'm now gonna have to move this over again when I'm done these. I think I just have to rearrange my bookshelf again because eventually we're gonna have these ones. I just finished The Rebel Witch. I got a little scared there in like the last like 5% of the book, but she was so good. I gave her 4 stars. She's so good. I just went looking for my phone. I'm literally filming on my phone. That's crazy. But yeah, so good. Would recommend this entire duology. Did I film any of it? No. Did I plan to? Yeah. But every single time I picked this up, I just got so immersed in it and I just forgot that I was filming a video. I'm thinking for our next books, because I want to read a book on my Kindle still, but I'm not in the mood for the books that I have on my Kindle that are for this video. So I'm thinking we're going to read Wild Reverence, physical copy, Kindle edition of A False Start. So then I'm getting like 2 books out of the way. We'll see how we go with them. But yeah, like I'm going to take this to work with me today and then I'll start this maybe when I get home. Okay guys, it is Thursday night. Got home from work, and at work I did read a chapter of A Full Start on my Kindle during my break. Don't have much thoughts on it because obviously I just read a chapter of it, and then I just got home and I started Wild Reverence as well, a chapter into that, but I might continue reading this tonight. Because out of the 2, this one's drawn me in a lot from the first chapter, and I want to continue it. It is, I don't even know when I last updated you on this vlog, but currently on Wild Reverence I've read about a quarter of it so far. I'm on to Act 2 and I'm so enjoying this. This has been my home book, which is why I've read it that much. And I'm really enjoying it. I love the Divine Rivals universe. I'm loving the prequel. Yeah, it's very interesting. And there's like a lot of people, well, like a lot of characters that were in the duology, they're in here. So it's really nice to connect the dots of how they are all linked, which is so cute. The Kindle I'm reading A False Start. I've made less of a dent in this, but I'm going to read this a bit this morning. I start work at 1, it's currently 10 o'clock, but I do have to get over a bit earlier because I need to go and exchange something. Hopefully I can do that. It is Thursday. It's been Thursday the 23rd of October, and I'm still reading Wild Reprints, but I can't even tell if you can see that. This far through, I've read this much, I've got this much left. We are this far until we get to Act 4, and the way I would describe Rebecca Ross's writing for me is everything that she writes plays out like a movie in my head, but like I couldn't tell you the exact details of the plot line, if that makes sense. Like, it's kind of like for the Vampire Diaries. I watched that show, it was so good, but I could not tell you how we got from plot A to plot B, you know, like that kind of thing. But we started off in this book with Matilda. She is the daughter of a goddess in the underling realm, and we meet her, literally it starts off with her birth, and then we get to know her as like a teenager, like about 13 or so, and then she meets the main character, Vincent, in the human realm, and they have been meeting like within dreams, and then they met in person when they were about like 13, and it like jumps another 13 years, and you meet them when they're like older and all of that. And that is where I'm currently at right now. There's a lot of action happening, and I thought I needed to update you guys before I like forgot all my thoughts on this. But I love Rebecca Ross's writing so much because it literally plays out like a movie in my head. This is a cute angle. Oh my gosh, it is Friday. I am so tired. I could not tell you why. This week has not been crazy at all. I'm literally just exhausted. But anyway, still reading Wild Reprints. Because I've been so tired, I've not read anything really today. I've read maybe like 2, maybe 3 chapters. But my goal, I'm going to Auckland tomorrow, so I actually can't read a whole bunch, but I want to at least get, I think, hopefully, this is really setting a high goal for myself. I want to read this much tonight. Right. This much tonight. I want to get up to Act 5, so the last part of this book, tonight. I have to go, well, I don't have to, when I'm home on a Friday, my mum walks to work on a Friday, I like to pick her up, so I have to go leave for that in about like 30 minutes. Chapter, whatever Roman numerals that is, and page 306. I just finished Wild Reverence and I gave it 4 stars. It was so good, and right at the end I was like having predictions on how this linked to Divine Rivals and Ruthless Vows, and then the epilogue it gave it, and I was like, I was eating it up. Yeah, I gave it 4 stars. It wasn't giving me 5-star feelings, but it was so good. It was so good. If you, honestly, I think I would read this, like, obviously read the duology first, because I feel like it gives, like, you read this and then you're like, you see all the little Easter eggs. But if I reread the series, I would read this and then the duology to see if things from this came up in that, if that makes sense. I did start A False Start, but I got this far through and I got too involved in Wild Reverence. So we're still reading this, but this will be in another vlog somewhere down the track. But yeah, so far so good. I'm going to read this on my Kindle because I'm going to go to bed and read a little bit. So I'll be reading this, but this will be in another vlog. The first book we read in this video was Wildcard by Elsie Silver. I gave this one 5 stars. She was given 5-star feelings. This one followed Gwen and Bash, single dad is like the trope of the whole series, but it was like ex-boyfriend's dad trope, except it was a very minuscule kind of vibes, if it makes sense. Age gap, small town. It was so good. I think this is my third favorite in the series, but I will have to reread it now that all of the books are out. Read The Rebel Witch on my Kindle. This one I gave 4 stars. It was such a good conclusion to this duology. It did get a bit predictable towards the end. Actually, in the beginning I predicted a big ass plot point for the end of the book, and that's how I predicted the whole ending of the book. But yeah, like, something happened in like this far through, I think, and it all came undone at the end of the book. But otherwise so good. But I think this was the first book that I had, like, I took the little context clues and I used it to predict the ending. Otherwise, other books I just never predict that stuff. But 4 stars, super good. This will definitely be a reread at some point. And then obviously I just finished Wild Reverence, 4 stars, and I think this was the best prequel I've ever read. That was all the book, well, not all of them, but me attempting to finish all the series I am currently in the middle of, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I look forward to seeing you guys again in my next one. Goodbye.